to opening up this great convention to the public. Everyone knows that Big Bad Wolf is free of charge and literally anyone can join the convention. So I'm very much excited to tell you that part of BBW's comeback and one of their main highlights is the upcoming Big Bad Wolf book sale will have unbelievable sections. These sections will have vast collections of unbelievable titles at unbelievable prices that can go as low as 20 pesos. You guys heard that right? As low as 20 pesos. These unbelievable titles will be unlocked daily, so book lovers can visit the PICC forum tent every day to unlock new offerings. So, without further ado, I'd like to invite on stage Big Bad Wolf's co-founder, Miss Jacqueline Nang, for opening remarks.
Eyes around. Yeah, better stand here before I trip and fall. Hi everybody, good morning. And thank you everyone for taking the time to attend this event. I'm always very, very happy to be back in Manila and always very happy to see the familiar faces that have been supporting us over the past few years. So yes, it's been 3 years. The last time we came was just before the worldwide shutdown, and how amazing. I mean, I think with a grateful heart, I thank God, you know, for everyone that is here, that is healthy, that kept well, and we don't take granted of anything like that anymore, right? So thank you once again for being here, and I will also like to have this pressure to also thank, you know, our partners, Mr. Ramon, Miss Carol, Mr. Miko, Miss Alma from Metrobank, Dr. Fernand from IPO, and of course my good friend, Mr. Luis from Gawa Kalinga. Thank you. I'm so glad to be here, and I'll pass the mic back to Isabel.
Thank you so much, Jacqueline. Now we'd like to invite on stage PBW's local partner, Miss Carolyn Shuayin.
Hello everyone, good morning. It's so nice to be here and seeing everyone who's excited for the Big Bad Wolf. Woo! I know I am, and I'm so scared that I might max out my Metrobank card. So, Miko, please give me very good credit, please. Okay, so anyway, let me share a little bit secret. Sana hindi lumabas sa social media. But actually, it has been a dream of mine. When I was little, so syempre, I grew up reading books and I was introduced to a lot of stories. And one thing that really spoke to me was first, to find my true love. Because in books, diba, ang gwapo talaga ng mga heroes or the Prince Charming. So I got that dream and married my Prince Charming and living a happily ever after. And another dream of mine really is to make a difference and to do something to change the world. And I am very thankful today being partners with Big Bad Wolf and Jacqueline and Andrew, who are the founders of Big Bad Wolf, that we can change the world with one book at a time. So let's all be excited and let's all do our share and change the world. And we would like to invite every one of you to join us as we welcome back Big Bad Wolf in Manila. That's June 23 to July 3. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss Carol. And just like you, I also want to find my Prince Charming and to change the world. No, but just like you, we hope a lot of Filipinos will go to the book sale and take advantage of the unbelievable deals that they will find there. But before we proceed, I'd also like to acknowledge our distinguished guests, starting from Mr. Ramon Chuaying, Chairman of BBW's local partner, from Metrobank, BBW's official bank partner, Mr. Miko Beltran, Head of Retail and Merchant Partnerships and Portfolio Management and Insurance Strategies. and Ms. Ama Nukong, Head of Credit Cards Usage. From Gawad Kalinga, we have Mr. Jose Luis Ocañena, Chairman. And last but not least, we have Officer in Charge, Dr. Fernandizon from the Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines. Thank you so much for your time and coming. Now, I'm sure our media friends are just as excited as I am to know what Big Bad Wolf has in store for us with the upcoming grand return sale here in the country. So I have a few questions myself. I'd like to get the ball rolling, starting off with Miss Jacqueline. So Miss Jacqueline, I have a few questions for you. First would be, can we look forward to any notable changes or enhancements with this year's book sale compared to the last time BBW was in Manila in 2020?
Okay, we were here just a month before the worldwide shutdown, as I mentioned earlier, and it was a huge shock to us, when the world shuts down in March. I still remember we were actually in the middle of the Jakarta sale when the government ordered us to shut the door, right in the middle. We can't even move our books out. We said, including my son, we came out of the country the day before the whole country locked down, so we managed to catch the last flight, and the books were all left there, for months. We can't go into the convention center. So everyone went through so much over the past 3 years. The biggest thing for Big Bad Wolf is that we are in 15 countries, and we never knew that one day, we still thought that, if our local country has some economic problem, we still have the other 14 countries that we can go to, right? But suddenly this thing happened, and overnight, we become zero, right? Everything that we have grew, we have accumulated since 2009, overnight it becomes zero. It becomes like it never happened. We can't work, we can't go to the office, we don't know what to do with the books, we don't know when event could happen again, because it's not a 2 to 3 months thing, it's like at that time we don't even know when will people come back to events again. Alright. But the wolf spirit is always there. So we we have to sustain, right? We have to sustain. We did a retrenchment in the early days. We learned how to cut costs with that sheer determination that we have to come back. People say, you can change line, you do something else, But no, Big Bad Wolf always started with that mission, which is to change the world one book at a time. Sorry. And I think we cannot just, due to uncertainty or due to challenges, we can afford to just call it quits, and just throw in the towel. So we sustain, thank God, able to keep everything afloat. And during those years, of being back in office, I used to travel 90% of the time. We do buying ourselves. We have to buy millions and millions of books every year. We have to go to new countries. We have to do the events. And suddenly, me and my husband are back home 100% of the time in KL. So I guess you would imagine there will be some wonderful changes that we could brainstorm and come up with. So I really hope that this time around, first time back since the pandemic, you could notice the little changes that we are trying to make. We want a more retail-like experience for all our customers. So when you come to Big Bad Wolf this time, you realize that our merchandising is different. It feels a little bit more retail. I hope that give a better experience. We have better display, books presented better, so that we just want that our customers will feel. I know the customers are so excited. They run into the sale. But I really hope that you took note that all the little things in terms of our display, in terms of our signages that we have made effort to improve on. We also have a change of price tag. Later on, if you have a look at the books, you realize that we introduced the universal price tag. So you can't see the amount in pesos. You will only see alphabet. And we will have a big signage to show you what does A stand for, what does B stand for. Later you can take a look. And that actually, the whole survival game now for many companies is about cost cutting. It's about sustainability. You know, although the world is coming back, everything is not the same. Due to inflation, the costs are increasing, but you know, revenue-wise, it's not the same like you know before. And I believe it's across many industry. So we try to be more effective, you know, with a more leaner team. The universal price tag allow us to bring our books to all the various countries without physically changing the price tag every single time we bring the book to a different country. So that is something that we would like to introduce and also to gain awareness, you know. And at the same time, the past 3 years, there was a huge disaster back home. Those people that are following us on social media, you know that Bad Wolf suffered a really big flood in December 2021. I was trapped in the warehouse for 3 days. The water didn't subside for 3 days. We lost, I think, 3 million books. Yeah, everything on the ground floor is submerged. The water outside the warehouse is 6 feet high. The water inside the warehouse is 4 feet high. So everything gone, those is on the ground floor, which means that we have to buy a lot more new books. So it's good news, I guess, not bad news for our fans. And we would like to showcase sincerely the new books that we have sourced since then. So I really, and you know, Filipinos, they know their books, yeah? I can't even try to fool you what are the good books and who are the best sellers. You guys know it better than me. So I believe the books speak a lot on its own, and you guys can take a look at what we are showcasing this year. So, but the most exciting thing is the new collaboration with Ramon and Carol, with Metrobank. It's such an honor to be so welcome, to feel so appreciated in this country, to feel so welcome, to feel the support that people is trying to bring Big Bad Wolf back, to Manila. It's a brand new venue, of course. Everybody, I'm personally excited. It will be our first time at PICC, and the first time when I visited this venue, it was amazing. It's Art Deco. Till today, when I look at the ceiling, I'm like, how fine this work is. I look at the art pieces, I look at the sculptures, I look at the way they landscape the place. It's amazing. Honestly, it's such a national treasure, I would feel. So I hope you guys, while you are here, you appreciate, you really appreciate what you have, in this country, that the government taking so much effort to preserve, and we hope that Big Bad being here, would actually strengthen, all our values and our appreciation for bringing the event back to Manila. So it will be 2 million books again this time. But it's not 24 hours. The sale is going to end at 1 a.m. And all these changes is due to pandemic. So every country that we go, we are taking smaller steps. We are trying to find out how the customer behavior. Every country shows some difference compared to pre-pandemic. So while we are learning, how do we cater back to our fans here. We had a lot of valuable input, of course, from our partner. And honestly, without Ramon and Carol, we would not be back here. That is a very... I just want to be very honest, it's not easy. Thank you, Carol.
Alright, thank you so much for that. I actually have another question because, as I mentioned a while ago, BBW is coming back with unbelievable sections, with unbelievable titles. With this, I was wondering, how do you pick the books? And how do you make the selection and curate the books?
So the good thing is that we started in 2009. And I started with no staff. So it's just me and my husband. So everything you're gonna do yourself. So when you do everything yourself, you learn everything, right? And everything is learned through mistakes, everything is learned through customers' feedback. So from the beginning, when we personally select books, every single book that we present on the table, now we do have a buying team, a purchasing team that with us, but I still go to every single purchase trip. We learned over the past years, right? And we have data for the countries that we've been in, like Philippines, we've been here since 2018. So we do have data, we do take note of what customer like, we do take note of feedback that customer posts on social media as well. And Philippines is a very interesting country for us. We started with the mission of increasing English literacy, of increasing readership in countries that do not read. You know, is our mission is to convert a non-reader to a reader. Our mission is to make books affordable, that a reader read more, as in they can afford to buy more. Our mission is to elevate a child's opportunity in life, you know, especially for the lower income group, that they enjoy equal opportunity despite of the background. And we all know, and Filipino know it better than me, how powerful a book is, right? You know, it's about empowerment, it's about inspiration, it's about creativity, it's about just instilling not just knowledge and values, but sometimes a child just need to be aware what is out there. A child needed something to dream. A child need to find out what he like, you know, what he's passionate about. And when a child has that, he pursue, and you cannot undermine how powerful a child mind is. You know, as an adult, we sometimes struggle, you know, to learn new things. But a child, you know, through their innocent mind, they absorb so fast. You know, so if they like space, you realize that they pursue the topic of space. And when they speak to friends, you know, when they speak in school or you know, they're so confident of that subject. And the moment they gain that confidence, that is what changed. You know, the whole world changed because the sky is the limit now. You know, when they're confident. Some child, you know, they are just not confident. You know, and due to whatever constraint that they have, you know, in their family background and things like that. So, but the moment they're confident of one thing, you suddenly feel that their whole world open up. And when the whole world open up, nothing can stop them. They start to pursue other interests. They start to get thick. They start to read more. They start to understand what they really want to do in life in the future. They start to have the dream, and I think that's what most important about what Big Bad Wolf is about. So in many countries where the parents don't speak English and they don't read, we sell a lot of children books, right? Because every parent will want the best for the child, right? So even if they can't speak English, they don't read, they will still come because it's affordable. They could afford to buy children books from Big Bad Wolf and give it to the child. But in Philippines, our statistics is very unique. It's very equal. It's 1/3 fiction, 1/3 non-fiction, and 1/3 children. In overseas, it's about 75% children, and then non-fiction, and then probably 5% fiction, because they are non-readers. But in Philippines, from day one, it's 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, and it's just a very unique market for us. So knowing that this market, that is what they want, you realize that we bring a lot of adult books as well as a lot of children books. Obviously, children books you buy more. Right? As a parent, if you see your trolley, you feel like a lot of children books, right? Because a child needs so much to read. You know, they develop very fast. You know, they read very fast. You know, so it's never enough, right? So depending on the budget of the parent, they buy, and they always give to the child first. So you realize that 90% of the books that a parent buys is always for their kids. And if a parent has 2 or 3 kids, then it's 2 to 3 times the books. At the same time, they buy, because they are readers themselves, they buy something that they like. And those people who could afford, they actually buy a lot to give away. And that is the wonderful thing about Big Bad Wolf, is that we make the prices so affordable that you can afford to bless people. You know, you can afford to bless not just your family and your friends. You know, a lot of our customers buy books and bless the unfortunate, right? So I want to thank the customer to be part of our journey. I want to thank every customer who believe in us and believe in reading and believe in elevating someone else. You know, and believe in changing the world, because it's a journey that is not possible to be done alone. Or a company. It's not possible. It's always through, the majority of the effort is done through our customers. And why, if you look at a book and you sometimes ask yourself, like, are they crazy? You know, this book is the top seller right now. They could have sold 50 peso more, I would still have grabbed it. Why would they choose to sell at this price? So the answer is we are not crazy. We are not financed, yeah? We are not an NGO. We don't have a foundation. We need to keep the business viable to go forward and help another country. So, but whatever that the customers did, the one extra book that you bought to give away is that what helped us in our journey. If you buy one, we were effective 100%. If you buy two more books, we are effective 200%. And that helps the whole world change. So thank you everyone. And the media in Philippines has been tremendously supportive since day one. And I'm always very grateful to you guys. And I really hope that you enjoy what we present to you today. And give me as much feedback as you can. And we'll take appreciation of everything that you feedback to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jacqueline. I was genuinely moved when you said one book can change one life. I genuinely believe in that. Good thing we have 2 million new books for Big Bad Wolf. Maybe we can change 2 million lives, you never know. So now for Miss Carol, as we've mentioned, Big Bad Wolf will be in a new venue this year. So I wanted to ask, why PICC, specifically why PICC Forum 10?
Okay, so Big Bad Wolf has always been adventurous and would like to take you places just like books, So we were, if you notice, Jacqueline mentioned also PICC is actually a national treasure. It was actually designed by a national artist, Leonardo Noxin. And it holds around 20 unique sculptures all over. So after, coming here all the way, so please take a look around. And of course, the great thing is that it has a 4,800 square meter area that can hold 2 million books. So everybody can enjoy and everybody can, breeze through it safely and have an amazing experience at Big Bad Wolf. That's why we are here now at PICC Forum.
Alright, thank you for that. My second question is a bit more personal. How excited are you about the book sale?
Actually, as mentioned, I have mixed emotion. One is I'm very scared because I really know I'm gonna max out my Metrobank card for sure. And it's been 3 years waiting. I never missed a Big Bad Wolf sale. I've been there 2018, 2019, 2020. Even I might get the virus, it's okay. I have to go there. I cannot miss it. Why? Because this is the only place that you can get such an unbelievable prices, unbelievable selection, and unbelievable, beautiful. It's not just books, it's beautiful books that you will keep and you want to just put in your house or give away. It's like there are unopened books, to be honest, but I just love it. I don't want to give them away because it's so rare to have it, and this is the only chance you get. So that's how excited I am, and I don't want to miss it, and I don't want you to miss it because this is the only time we have, and so we look forward for all of you to be there.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Carol and Ms. Jacqueline. Now we're opening the floor for questions. If you have any questions for these two amazing ladies, please raise your hand and one of our team members will pass you the microphone. Anyone want to start? Yeah.
Hi ladies, good afternoon. Yeah, good morning rather. My name is Earl, I'm from the fanboyseo.com. So my question is more related towards the geek stuff. So there's a lot of comic book graphic novels that's available for Big Bad Wolf. My question now is, will there be any synergy with the main publishers like with Marvel or with DC, bringing in balance to sign books or give talks? I know I kind of remember there was something similar to that before, but like a hardcore writer for Marvel or DC would really generate a lot of interest for the specific audience. Will that ever happen?
Yeah, graphic novel is an interesting category. It's one of the category that is actually very hard to source because it's very specialized. It has this huge fan base. It's very hard for us to get it at that price that we need it to be. So it's something that we take a lot of effort to be very frank sourcing. We do work pretty closely with one of the US distributors for Marvel and DC Comics. So you do see quite a good selection that we have here at our price, at the Big Bad Wolf price that we can present. Actually, it's an interesting thing. I mean, I never had the opportunity, like you mentioned, to invite the authors themselves. We do get, like you mentioned, some autograph copy before, actually just purely by luck. That we have some of the very precious autograph graphic novel that we're able to get our hands on to sell. But now that you mentioned, my husband, he always wanted to do a Comic-Con together with Big Bad Wolf. He kept talking about the idea, especially during pandemic, that when we start our event again, he need to know, like one of which country that is suitable, or do we have the support to bring in that, because it's a massive. It's not like we put books on the table and sell. Comic-Con is a whole different game. Yeah, so I still remember I visited other countries' Comic-Con, which is not the San Diego Comic-Con. It's actually a bit different. So I don't know whether we could actually do that standard, like how everybody envisioned it to be, or it will be a more localized, simpler thing. But the investment to that, and also the collaboration, it will most likely be a collaboration with the Comic-Con organizer and not us. It's just a collaboration. But we are looking. So if you do have some connections, let me know. But that is something that we are looking forward to. That one day we will have a Big Bad Wolf event together with the Comic-Con event.
He's here somewhere.
Really? Yeah, get me the local Comic-Con organizer.
This guy.
Oh, that guy! You see how wonderful God is. Okay, we'll talk more later.
I think we have a question over here.
Hi, I'm Jerome from Orange Magazine. I'm a big fan of Big Bad Wolf since day one. Anyway, my little concern is about hoarders, book hoarders. Because if you're not yet aware, there are other bookstores who buy bulk and resell it there. So in our case, we didn't get the chance to buy. So is there any way we can control that? Because honestly, the other bookstore are selling it like 3 times the price. So it's really bad. They're literally bad.
I totally understand what you are talking about. Actually, it's not so apparent in Philippines. Honestly, I've seen much worse in other countries. It's something that we have been trying to work. What is the fair way? But honestly, we tried a few ways. Like example, last time when we call them bulk buyer, whether they are representing a bookstore, whether they are personal shopper, whether they are buying because all their friends know that they are going and all their friends give them a list of book to buy. Honestly, we wouldn't know, right? Sometimes you see, why would someone take like one whole big, like every single copy on the table, they just remove and put in a trolley. We would approach them. Sometimes they told us that they're buying for friends, but sometimes we saw everybody taking photos, they're personal shoppers. Yeah, and I also know that there will be institutions that come and buy, there are schools that come and buy. And as far as where the books go, as long as they go to someone, to me, we have to take, how do I say, I need to be grateful for that. right? Because we can't reach everyone. That's the problem. Big Bad Wolf, we can't reach every single city in Philippines. So if whoever that person is that able to get our books and either he resell it or he donate it and or he distributes it or he sell online with it, it reached someone. And I always feel that is another way of looking at it, because in the beginning I was very troubled because a lot of customers do come and complain like, hey, this whole stack they just removed. So one thing that we implemented is that we do not allow them to keep overnight. Last time we had our sale 24 hours, so they keep it overnight. They just buy and reserve, which is a very obvious hogging that we don't allow. In a country that was really bad, this situation was really bad, we actually put like a timer sheet on their trolley. Because they keep parking the trolley, they put so much and then they keep parking it at the corner. So we actually put a timer there to see how long that trolley has been left there, and try to encourage them to check out, because when they check out, sometimes they don't buy all too. They start to filter out, and then it becomes someone who actually want it didn't get to have it. And then when they filter out, they leave it on the floor, it get messed up, it doesn't get back to the correct table, and people miss it out. So we try to put a timer there to kind of know that, either they check out now, so we put a note there to say, hey, please check this trolley out, if not we'll remove it. And we will put the books back. So these are some little things that we could do. But for us to say you cannot buy is actually honestly very hard. So what we do is that sometimes you see us, hey, I thought it's sold out, how come we come back again? It's because sometimes we kept some behind and then we replenish again later. Because they can't go to our behind, they can't go to our storage, right? So they take all that's on the table and then sometimes we replenish again later just to make sure that not everything go out. But there's also cases where our particular title could be limited. I mean, that could be just all you see, the 10 pieces on the table, it could be that all that is. And if we don't put the 10 and we keep 5, it's going to be very difficult. Because it may not be a personal shopper or a bookshop that bought it. It could be genuinely 5 individual customers that bought a copy each. So if I don't present all the 10 copies on the table, then I can't sell to 10 individual customers as well. So yeah, it's so difficult, So I do hope that our customers come early, like come on the first day, and yeah. But I mean, he brought a very valid point, because for them it's a business, right? Yeah. But I think we just take comfort that at least it goes to someone else. Like someone get to buy it and have it at least. I don't think that everyone buy it and sell 3 times the price. They do? Really?
You want me to name names?
Are they still in the business?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we are aware of it, and like I said, in some other country it's really bad. So we'll be more mindful about that. Thank you so much. And we try to think of better solution.
Thank you so much for that question. We have many more. Can you please raise your hand so we can spot you?
Hi, good morning. This is Alex Dizon, vlogger. I have a question for Metrobank. Will there be any deals or discount aside from the affordable prices that we're offering? And also, are you gonna take Big Bad Wolf to other key cities here in the Philippines?
Thank you so much for that question. But for all questions with Metrobank, I think we could take that offline and you could speak directly to a representative from Metrobank. Thank you.
Not that we do not want to answer on behalf of Metrobank. We want Metrobank to be the one who announce it to their privileged customers. So let them do the honor. The second question is, are we going to other cities, right? So that one I let Carol answer.
Well, actually, we've been hearing so many requests to go other cities. Definitely, it's in the plan. Big Bad Wolf love the Philippines. That's why we're back here, despite the challenges. So look, please wait for details, and we will update you for all the plans. So, but we want everybody to just be excited with the Manila and look forward to the other cities.
Thank you. We have more questions.
Hi, good morning. I'm Isel Casilek from Business World. Because of the lockdowns, a lot of people started buying stuff online, and Big Bad Wolf also has an online outlet, I think. Why is it still important to have a physical store?
That's my take on it. I think Carol will have her own take on it as well. But my take on it is that as I mean, we started the sale since 2009. We never were online. Big Bad Wolf is always a physical event. We are not a normal bookstore where we have the latest